for today's cup of coffee,
yes,
another disturbing story. Of course, that's what we do, is disturbing stories.
we love them.
We do, but it has to be a particular kind of disturbing. I mean, God knows.
A specific breed of disturbing?
There's a lot of
Is there a
disturbing
specific
things.
breed?
Yes, it's our particular flavor of disturbing. Because there's a lot of stuff that's disturbing.
Slightly more defined. Disturbing.
Yeah.
That's a weird flavor.
Well, some of these other ones, that's other channels' bent. It's not ours. That's why we try to avoid the political stuff. We try to avoid the other stuff.
Yeah, for the most part.
My God, some of that stuff is disturbing.
Yeah, most of it is.
Yeah. But so that's why we try to stay within our own lane. This is within our own lane.
Yes, it will forever stay in our own lane.
Yeah, this comes from Daily Mail and is by Ruth Bashinsky.
You said Ruth and then you paused and I'm like, oh, which
Now, I was
Ruth?
just trying to... Well, I proofread this yesterday, and so I should have, refreshed my memory on it.
I was like, Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
No. Well, it could be. It could pertain to her. This was November the 25th of 2022. The gruesome discovery of a human skull belonging to a woman was found inside a backpack along an interstate highway in Oregon, with police on the hunt for clues.
You were talking about this.
Yeah.
This morning, and it was disturbing, and you're like, have you ever heard of someone find a skull? And I'm like,
It says, an inmate on cleanup duty with the Department of Corrections made the horrifying discovery while working with the cleanup crew on Wednesday. The small backpack appeared suspicious, the inmate said, as it sat idle near Interstate 5 in Marion County, about 75 miles south of Portland. Oregon State Police said it believes the skull was a female in her 30s or 40s, but said the bone structure did not have any identifiable features. And the skull was taken to the Oregon State Medical Examiner's office in the hopes of identifying the victim. Police have not released any other information about the skull at this time. God. This is not the first human skull found in Oregon in recent years.
Where are they finding these skulls? Who getting the skulls?
In June...
Is there like a...
headhunters or something.
Yeah, headhunters.
In June of 2018,
black market for a head.
Yeah, really, a human skull was discovered alongside an Oregon highway when a highway crew was conducting maintenance. The skull was found along Interstate 5 in Roseburg, but no other remains were found. In 2019, DNA testing showed that the skull was later identified to be that of a 44-year-old Oregon man who had went missing in 2016. I'm not even going to do the names. The link will be in the description box so they can look for the names. And said that this gentleman had lived in Myrtle Creek, nearly 200 miles south of Portland, and that he was listed as a missing person on Facebook, but his disappearance was never reported to the police. Yeah. So that's kind of bizarre.
The fuck?
But now, God love him. Now, for those of you who may not know, when they have the inmate cleanup crews and stuff, these are not what you would call hardened criminals. These are trustees. These are lower level offenders.
They're the softies.
Well, no, they're not the softies by any means, but it's like if somebody, non-payment of child support, addiction issues, minor crimes that can still be considered felonies.
Yeah.
So it's not like people hear the word inmate and they automatically think that it's somebody that's a murderer or a rapist or something like that. No, that is not the case.
It could be for some stupid ass reason.
Yeah. And so these are the trustees. These are the ones that they're going to take out on work detail. So people, like I said, they need to edify themselves about that. Yeah. But God love him, can you imagine? Here he is. He's just walking along. He's picking up trash. At least he's out in the fresh air. He's grateful for that. He finds this backpack, and it's like, oh, shit.
I bet he was about to shit.
I bet he was, too. I mean, how do you even...
I bet he full on threw that bag back.
He could.
Was like, whoa.
No, I mean, he obviously gave it to whoever the crew chief was on this. And, you know,
And I bet that crew chief was not expecting...
Well, right, I'm sure he wasn't. He probably, if he was smart, he hollered at the crew chief and said, hey, I found this. Can I open this?
Yeah.
Because that would have been bad had he opened it thinking that somebody had left him some tobacco or whatever.
Just trying to get a cigarette or something.
Yeah, that would have been bad. Because they do that as far as getting contraband. Yeah, a skull. So...
Damn.
That was, I bet he was having a bad day. And they questioned him about that.
Yeah. My God.
But that would be a horrible thing to have to deal with. It makes it worse as far as that he was an inmate. The fact that this is not the first human skull there in Oregon. And of course they're going to mention Portland. 75 miles south of Portland, because that has definitely been a hot spot for news for several years now.
Yeah.
Not everything in Oregon pertains to Portland.
No.
I'm sure there's other parts of the state that are like, please don't judge us by these people. Not everyone is like this. And then the other one that they're mentioning, Hilly was 200 miles from Portland.
200 miles from Portland.
So why would you even?
Yeah. Why would you go after that one?
Because, again, that's a selling point.
No. You know what a selling point is? Functional tissue boxes. That is a selling point.
Oh, but we just thought this one was just, it's not quite a what the fuck file. It's just one of those, damn dude was having a bad day, and whoever skull it was had a worse day.
Yeah.
And some of the things I have been...
they don't even know how old the skull is.
No. And as far as you were asking about the distinguishing marks or identifiable features, that could be like teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that they had time to do like a dental record match or anything like that, but as far as if it had been blunt force trauma,
yeah,
where they had found that one cave idiot not that long ago that had been hit in the face with an axe.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
The fuck?
See, there's a lot of this stuff that I read.
Oh, that hurts me.
But it's not enough really for us to go into. And I had thought about doing like a snippets, because these are not even enough to make an espresso shot on some of them.
No.
There's like past couple of days, there was this baby born with a tail. And it was like a fully formed 5-inch tail.
Rat child.
And it was very rare. But they went ahead and had it removed.
No, they should.
But what if the child would have wanted that later?
Yeah, that child would have wanted it.
Freaky looking. It was sort of like a rat tail.
Rat tail, man. Ew.
But,
Ew. It's reptilian. That's what it is. It's a lizard tail.
No, it didn't really look like a lizard tail. It really did sort of look like a rat tail.
So maybe they are just part rat or something. Part rodent. There's rat people.
It is.
Rat people.
Invader Zim. But that is a rare condition. It can't do anything. It would probably cause the kid a lot of problems if they tried to, wear pants that would cause chafing.
It'll be fine.
Even as far as a diaper, what are you going to do? Sit there and cut a hole through that? Then you've got a whole other bunch of problems. Mm-hmm. It's right there. It's the coccyx, and it just sort of kept growing. It was weird. Another thing going, it was weird. That was it.
You could have showed a picture of it and been like, bask in it.
Then there was a story about where the guy caught this 67-pound goldfish.
They get huge. They get big.
It was
goldfish
interesting.
Get big.
It was interesting. And that he did...
It's what we do. We stump them.
Yeah. And he did put it back. It was catch and release. And you had people in the comments section going, well, you stuck a metal hook through its face. And it's like, God, people, really? Really?
It's like, dude, you can't... Seriously, people will find anything to bitch about.
People they pay money to have metal things stuck through their faces these days.
But we have consent. That's what it is. We are willingly, sometimes, most of the time, willingly doing this to ourselves.
So interesting articles, and it's like I have to skim through a tremendous amount of mess to find some of the things that we talk about. And, you know.
Because all the other stuff is just bullshit.
It is. It really is. And as far as it's either the political or it's some kind of celebrity that did something and the paparazzi out here stalking these people. And it's like, first of all, the people that do those things, they're disgusting, you know, excuses for humanity. People that sit and wait for somebody to go out and share something like that, they need to go out, you know, they really need to reevaluate their life.
This cup and the ice needs to reevaluate its life.
Well, that's because you always do something to make noises. But, you know, if these people want to search for meaning, there's plenty of people out there that need help.
Yeah.
So they can bring purpose and meaning to their life without sitting about wondering what some celebrity is thinking, doing, wearing, eating, whatever. Yeah. That's why we do our little, you know, flavor of odd. The human.
It's a weird.
The interesting.
It kind of lingers in your face for a bit.
What about
the flavor? Our flavor of odd.
Hey, if you're walking along and you have not found a skull in a backpack, you've had a good day.
I'm good. I'd keep it. I'd be like,
oh yeah, honey, they search them when they come back in. It's not like that they could keep that.
I know, but I'm saying if it was just some random person, and how was that random person they came across? No. If it was a clean skull.
Well, it must have been, because they didn't say as far as, I'm sure that they would have put in there had there been any flesh or anything like that. We don't know that it wasn't somebody that had bought a skull and whoever was with them pitched it out the window.
Or they just got spooked and so they put.
That could be. That very well could be. Interesting things that you can find along the highway. It's like the random one shoe.
But like,
what the hell happens there?
Or the shoes over the power lines
I've
or whatever.
I've never understood why people. I mean, how bored would you have to be? What is the point in that? Just to see if you can do it?
If you're a child, you got nothing else to do, and you got no internet, no TV, no game consoles.
Oh my God.
You're going to go out and do
problems. Shit. No. Believe it or not, there was a world before internet. People had like baseball, and they had football, and they had basketball.
And they did shit like that.
I don't know that they did. I mean, these were the ones, there's always people that
still
need to have a little bit of creativity. I mean, hell, go and roll down the side of a mountain. We can do that. I used to do that for hours as a kid.
Everybody did that.
That's the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So, there's, you know, somebody who says they're bored, they lack creativity, is what it is. Everybody gets restless. But even when you're restless, you can find something to do that's productive. Mm-hmm. If it's reading, if it's writing, if it's doodling, if it's cleaning. You know, take a walk.
Yeah, exercise.
Yeah, do some yogas.
That dude didn't. That dude was getting his exercise and he got spooked out of it.
Oh, God love him. He gets exercise all the times. It freaks me out because there's a lady in town, mm-hmm. and where they let the trustees, they have different areas.
The mousy lady getting scared of them all the time.
Yeah, thank you for ruining my lead up. But it's like, they're there. They're just the trustees. They're not doing anything wrong. Or they don't want to go get more time. And for her to sit there and go, I'm afraid of them. And it's like, lady, you working in a pharmacy, there's probably more people in here getting prescriptions filled illegally or selling the ones that have been filled legally. And you're worried about this guy over here that may or may not have, non-payment of child support.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Anyhow.
That's how they do.
If you talk to some of these people, they're not bad people. They just got in a bad situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any final words? Spoiler, I need to put that the youngest kid is a spoiler alert.
I didn't know that was a whole ass lead up. I didn't know.
Goodness.
It sounded to me like you were struggling.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. You didn't take your ADHD medication.
My radiation medicine.
You didn't take it today, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yep. Strattera, it's some good stuff.
Yes.
So, if you've had interesting stories that you have found, if you've had experiences with the paranormal, supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if you have found, skulls and luggage.
If you found random bones along the side of the road. You
might want to contact your local authorities on that. You can send us an email.
Or keep it.
Email cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And the email address will be in the description box, as will the link to the article.
Yeah, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good.
Know that you're loved, and find some humor in odd things today.
Yes.
And we'll see you on the next cup.
Grab a box of tissues close by.
Bye.
Bye.